Is it possible to not get hit there? Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah, I don't really know what the general reaction has been to the Metal Gear video, because I haven't... That generated so many comments so fast that there was no possible way for me to read all of them, and even if there was a way for me to do that, I wouldn't actually want to. Whenever a video blows up, the comments always become terrible, even when the subject matter is completely anodyne. I got a bunch of comments on the Loop video complaining about the fact that I think fictional incest is weird. Like, in the context of that game, at least. Just a bunch of weird anime weirdos, like, outing themselves, being like, we get it, man, you don't like the incest, blah. It's like, no, I don't. I didn't think this is something... I forgot about the weirdo contingent of this. I really should have seen that coming, because, like, I know they exist, but I didn't think about it. You know? Because, like, I forget that that's, like, a weirdo thing that some people are like. You know? Like, I know that exists, but I was thinking with normal brain, not, like, anime fan brain, you know? Yeah, I didn't think about the anime weirdos on the internet. I forgot about that. Should have been more aware. I mean, well, I wasn't going to make the video any differently, but it kind of caught me off guard when I first got a comment that was like that, because I did not see it coming. Why the quick turn? What the fuck? What button even inputs that? I also got more than one comment about how incest is culturally accepted in Japan. And let me tell you, no. As someone who can actually speak the fucking language, no. No, it isn't. It's legal. But that's different from socially acceptable. People really trade in a flattering myth that because they watched one of their weird fetish animes that's like just a normal thing in the country, and it's like, no, you're watching something that's like kind of weird, dude. Oreimo has done uncountable amounts of damage to the cultural purchase of an entire society. I'm gonna get fucking jumped! This is the thing, right? Whenever I make a video and it starts to get some amount of traction, I can never ever predict what the things people are going to complain at me about are. So when I made the Loop 8 video and now all of a sudden it's blowing up, I say it's blowing up, it's not really blowing up, has gained mild momentum. I failed to consider the anime weirdo contingent. That was not on my brain when I made it. And when I made the Left 4 Dead 2 video, for instance, the Left 4 Dead 2 arcade video, I did not count on the gun weirdo contingent when I, like, casually mentioned that I don't really know what guns are. I couldn't see him. Camera angle failed me. I couldn't really see, like, I didn't really know what guns are, so, like, when I was looking at a gun in the video game, I had no idea what it was. To catalog it, I'm just like, this gun looks like it shoots bullets, you know? It does this in gameplay. I did not anticipate the huge number of weirdos in the comments of that who would, like, get mad at me for not being able to categorize every gun on site. That just wasn't on my brain, because I forgot those people existed. This is what I mean when I say, like, I can never predict what people are going to get weird about. It's just, it's not on my brain. Now, the Metal Gear Solid video started from a place of tendering an opinion or three, so I was more or less ready for it this time. Which has made it easier to deal with, even though I have also not really read a lot of it, because the amount of comments on that video is fucking terrifying. See, I guess when you start from an opinionated place, it becomes a lot more easy to anticipate the counter-opinions. But when I'm just making videos about whatever the fuck, you know, I'm, like, not thinking. It's mildly surprising I haven't picked up a bunch of gun knowledge just from video game osmosis. I don't play Call of Duty. Like, that's it, really. I don't play Call of Duty. Bearing in mind, by the way, that Left 4 Dead, when you pick up a gun in Left 4 Dead, even in, like, the Japanese version, like the arcade version that I was covering in the video, it just describes things as a combat rifle. Like, oh, this is combat rifle. This is special hunting gun. Like, the game is no fucking help here. Like, I don't play a whole lot of games that have, like, very realistic and named depictions of weapons. It's like, because I don't play a lot of modern military shooter type games. I play Resident Evil, you know? And even then, I don't tend to memorize things by way of their, like, actual in-game names. Like, I know in Resident Evil Village, right, there's, like, two kinds of shotgun. And they've got names, but I don't remember it by the name of the gun. I remember it by, this is the normal shotgun, and that's the automatic shotgun. You know, I understand these things by their gameplay functions, not their names. I just don't commit these things to memory. You know, and I would normally go on to say something like, you know, it's fine if you're into that kind of thing, but honestly, it does genuinely kind of weird me out, so I guess no. I would love to be, like, you know, all agreeable and polite and stuff, be like, you know, it's okay if you're into that kind of thing, if you like categorizing and memorizing the names and models of all these death machines, then, you know, that's perfectly fine. But actually, if you do that at me, I will find it extremely weird. It's just not a hobby that strikes me as something a normal person does. Like, why do you need to know that? Why is that a thing you need to know? Why can't you learn about coins instead? Why can't you be normal? Like, I guess that's the distinction, right? Is that, like, I also know people who are, like, really into cars in that particular way. I also find that deeply tedious, but it doesn't creep me out in the same way, you know? The fucking, your tail is blocking the way out! Yeah, I share that hellish freeze. I have a similar discomfort around guns. I've told this story a few times, but when I went to America for I think the very first time, when I got to the airport and there was just a guy with a wide-brimmed hat and a fucking pistol on his hip, I was like, I would like to leave now. Because I don't really want to be around someone who's just got a gun on them. What the fuck? I think that person was a police officer. I think they dress stupid in America for some reason. But I'm not 100% confident. But, like, again, I couldn't tell. Because I was more focused on, you know, the fact that person had a gun on their hip. And, like, this is not common in the UK either. Most police officers I've seen walking around here don't have guns on their person, or at least not where I can see them. And obviously I can't prove that they're not carrying them. Police in this country are authorized to carry arms in some cases, but a lot of the times they don't. Especially not where I live, because I live in a bumfuck nowhere. Oh yeah, also the revelation of being in America and going to a Walmart and realizing the guns sold at Walmart joke is not a joke. I thought it was hyperbole. It's real. Just a bunch of rifles in a display case, and I was like, oh, it really is like GTA. Why did that whiff? This game smells. Menu! Ah! So I've inspired a topic of a kind now, haven't I? This is why I could never be like wholesome Uwu Bean streamer. Why are you sleepy? Yeah, I could never be wholesome because like these things just they just come out of me, you know. I could never do it. Timing good. I wouldn't say I make an effort to avoid sensitive topics, but I do, you know, like, try not to piss people off on purpose, I guess. I'm just telling anecdotes, you know? Unfortunately, it's like, you know, I've got a bunch of weird, like, hang-ups that make progressively less sense. So I think the fact I'm sort of, like, iffy and wary around guns is relatively natural insofar as, like, phobias go, but I'm also scared of people who smoke. I have, like, a cigarette phobia. Scared, I will endeavor not to be around anyone who is doing it. I don't like it, I don't like being around it, I don't like the objects, I don't like anything about it. More reasonable aversion? Yeah, but it's like...
I disagree.
Smoking's bad, okay.
Okay. Phantom Null, thank you for the 4 months of Prime Gaming. I'm trying to express, like, aversion is one thing, but like I said, it borders on phobia. And unfortunately, it's like the lamest phobia to have as well, because it makes you look like a real square, you know? Like, I guess put it this way, I don't drink alcohol, because I don't really like how it tastes, which I know is not the point. Which, that too, I might just be really lame, guys. I think we're arriving at the conclusion I might just be a really, really lame person. But, like, I don't drink alcohol because I don't really, like, care for the way it tastes, among other things. But I've drunk alcohol before. I got drunk once. It was fine, you know? Like, I wouldn't willingly submit myself to that experience again, but it wasn't, like, existentially terrifying or nothing, you know? I got drunk with a friend in a university dorm room, and I was like, that was novel. I wouldn't like to do that on the regular, though. You know, the point is what I'm saying is that, like, alcohol, you know, it's bad for you. It's bad for you. But I'm not, like, scared of it. You understand? It's like, alcohol does not terrify me. Like, if someone is drinking, I'll probably still give them a berth just because drunk people are really annoying to deal with, but it's not, like, a phobia. Please don't spit on me. Domo.
You will give me an egg.
I got no eggs. Nothing to give, brother. You know, when people are drinking, I'll probably be just, like, minding my own business. When people are smoking, I will endeavor to not be in the same room. That's... You understand? Like, the sort of the aversion level on display? I appreciate that you guys are more supportive of my weirdness than the average person I meet is. You guys are like, no, 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 it makes sense, it makes sense. And yet, here's the thing, it really doesn't. Because IRL, it causes all kinds of problems. See, he's not there! I told you, I'm not crazy. Sometimes he's not there. Sometimes, guy, not there. See? No guy. I told you about the guy! I told you sometimes he's not there! So I'd be the designated driver from in a drinking group? Alas, I can't drive, and in fact I'm legally unable to do so on account of the narcolepsy. But if he comes back, he'll be there on the way back. Any idea where the aversion stems from? I don't know, I just think it's unpleasant, I suppose. I just always have. What is narcolepsy? Sudden onsets of extreme tiredness. To be very clinical about it. In worst cases, sometimes I can just drop like a light. Like I'm unconscious now. Yeah, don't drive with that. Yep, it's illegal, so I don't. And it's illegal for a very good fucking reason. Now, in my case, that doesn't like most people are familiar with sort of like a kind of cartoon narcolepsy. They missed. Where the person is just like, you know, upright one moment and they've fallen asleep, they've fallen over the next. And that does happen to people. That does happen to people IRL. Not so much me. In my case, it manifests as sort of being just in a weird sort of between highly tired, awake and not awake state during my crashes.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety. Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
Everywhere that a crash is coming? Not really. Seriously, game? Can you prepare? No, it'll just happen. I'll just be okay one moment, and then very, 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 very tired the next. It happens on stream. This movement is bad. How's the stream? Also, nice pajamas, or whatever the English call it. I mean, I don't wear these as pajamas. I don't wear these to bed. Although I guess I could. Why don't I wear these to bed? As office clothes, I think wearing this to the office, like in person, would be kind of taking the piss a bit. Theoretically, my office doesn't have a dress code. In practice, I don't think they'd appreciate that. I just got a hunch they wouldn't like me for it. I need to be dressed formally? No, I can show up in, like, tracksuit bottoms and a shirt. Doesn't matter when there's no one else at the office, though. True! That's true. A lot of the time I'm there, there's no one else. Sometimes I am sat in an empty fucking building, which really underscores the pointlessness of being made to be in the office at all. But hey, with part-time, I will be in the office less. It's gonna be fucking great. I keep doing this in a really strange order. I did it again. I used my first aid spray by accident trying to unequip the fucking grenade launcher. I mean, I was already cautioned, but I would have liked to have held on to that. Hey! Nod. Nod of approval. Nod of disapproval. What the fuck is this movement? English only, if you please. I can't read whatever that is. Or Japanese, I suppose. Ban language. I can't... Unfortunately, I can't read anything other than English and Japanese. I don't like doing that, because it makes me feel bad. I wish I knew all the languages, but I don't. What about cursed Japanese? That's right out. Okay. Distance judged. Why did that work? No, you asshole. Bad camera. Okay, sure. Whack. Fire the gun, Jill! Damn it. Failing the pump counter was silly. Killed Snake? I sure did. What an idiot. To who? To-ho. To who? A great question. Whomst? Whomst among us could claim to be Toho? Tohumst. It's gonna be great when I'm part-time streaming or I immediately car crash my viewing figures by playing all of the stupid shit that I will be able to play in February. Like Toho Danmaku Kagura when it comes out. That was not the way I wanted to do that, but it works, so haha. Maybe it was actually the way I wanted to do that, actually. Maybe I'm really clever. Got Yakuza 8. Got Persona 3 Reload. Danmaku Kagura. It's gonna be great. On-stream gaming? I mean, I guess so. Don't forget Under Night in Birth 2. I just don't know if I'm going to stream it. I am Deceit. Good morning. Oh, really? That's not good. Rare. 10-2 speedrun? Probably not. How long is the 10 to run? Like a little under 2 hours, I think. Dude, this dog RNG is crap. Poppy category lean heavily on the monster creator thing. It leans exclusively on it, pretty much. You play creature creator for like half an hour and then bowl over the entire rest of the game with it. Can you use the crank as a melee weapon? No. You can't. That's lame. You could save ammo. Guys. Good RNG. This looks like nothing, but I'm actually concentrating really hard during it. You need to count the pushes, and sometimes in half increments. You don't. My hair is particularly fabulous today. Thanks, Inordinate Ape. Hit it. Do the thing. And off it goes. Send it. But there is no room for Gilliam on the box. If you're wondering what the reason for gradually for zipping down the stairs and then zipping back up, it spawns Lisa in directly next to me. So then the upper way is free of obstruction. It's a safe strat. It's not optimal. You just... The optimal way is just to go for the dodge, but I'm not confident in it. And it's really punishing if you fail it. If you get the dodge wrong, you're eating, like, 60% of your health.
I disagree.
Hey, NAJ, thank you for the 29 months of Tier 2! Tier 2? Have you guys heard the news that Twitch is just completely shutting down in Korea? It's kind of crazy. Like, I guess I'm not surprised, but also, like, shit, man. I didn't think it'd get that bad. You know what? Yeah, no, Twitch is completely closing down operations in Korea. Like, the whole website is just gone. Why? It's a complicated situation. Well, I guess it's not that complicated, but someone who is Korean would be uniquely more qualified to give a better and more nuanced impression than me. But the short version is that Korean telecoms have been gouging the shit out of Twitch for a while now with the government support, and they can't afford to do business in the country anymore. They claim network fees cost them 10 times what they do outside of Korea. Here's the thing, they're telling the truth. Korea big on esports though? Yeah. That's why they were trying to gouge Twitch. And unfortunately, they can't afford to... Like, here's the thing, I actually for once think Twitch is completely telling the truth. Like, I don't think this is a case of Twitch being uniquely stupid or shitty or anything like that. It's just Korean telecoms charge a absolute fuck ton for the throughput. And Twitch cannot afford it. It truly is that kind of situation. Which, like, that fucks me up tremendously, because, you know, just, I follow a couple of Korean streamers, and it's like, well, I guess I just won't be able to do that anymore. It's just kind of sad to see more, you know, another country disappear into basically their own internet, you know? Because there is Africa TV, which is a Korean-centric stream website, but, like, English speakers don't use it, you know? Twitch has many faults, but it was, relatively speaking, fairly global. And, well, that's one knock against that now. And that kind of sucks. It's like a total access ban? Yeah, you just won't be able to access the website in Korea anymore at all. Like, it's gone. Lisa, Lisa. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. Lisa, Lisa. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. Moshi mo boku ga itsu ka kimi to deai hashi au nara. I know, the wrong name, but whatever. I also think I mixed up two lines. Even with VPN, it's blocked. Well, with a VPN, you can get around anything, but that's, for most users, you will not be able to access the website. Like, I'm not Korean for what it's worth, so, like, if you, the particulars and the economic circumstance, I recommend asking someone from South Korea. But I have been abreast of the situation. Stop the stream, I'm not Korean. No, shockingly. Twitter and Korea had beef for quite some time. Well, Twitter and fucking every country has beef. They're not special. No, what? That's not good. Why'd I get grabbed? I mean, at least I had the defense item, but that's fucking lame. That's a silly way to lose it. Can you root Twitter instead of Twitch? Yeah, no, Twitch and Korea have been beefing for some time, and the beef has progressed to the point where Twitch is now just leaving the country. Which I think is bad. Can't wait for Twitter to leave the EU. That would kind of suck for me, you know? Guess who forgot to split? Me. Oh. Oh no, dude. Get off. Shitbag. That's not bad, but you're not in the EU. I don't know if you guys think you're being funny, but that's not how it works. No, that's really bad. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Reason for walking slow in these sections: if you do not walk slow, you instantly die. You are carrying around the nitro. The nitro explodes if you receive a severe shock, which means if you get hit, you probably die. If you run for too long in a row, you die. If you get grabbed by a chimera, you die. If you shoot the gun, you die. So the walking slowly and then running is a measure to try and run, to go fast. But without tipping the nitro into explosive territory. I'll be honest with you, I probably play it way too safe on that. I don't really have the nitro run, because you can't see the meter. It's like a meter that governs it. Think of it like an anger gauge.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Yeah, don't make the nitro angry. It doesn't work out for you. I played RE1 so you didn't know. It's just a remake thing. Original RE1 doesn't have this whole mechanic. It's like a new puzzle for remake. Play it soothing. You know what's as well is it's difficulty dependent. The nitro has a less forgiving range of explosion if the game is played on hard mode. Okay, well this run completes. Menuing hard. Whew. 53!
Jill, you did a fine job.
That was not the greatest lab section, but I kept it together.